What if the day America never saw coming started with a silence so deep, no one realized danger was already here?
December 7th, 1941. The sun barely rises over the quiet Pacific harbor, but a storm brews on the horizon. Ships float like innocent giants, unaware that their steel hearts will soon be tested. Somewhere in the skies, shadows gather, ready to strike. Every sailor braces, every soldier prepares, yet no one knows the moment that will change everything. Stay with me, because when the first alarm sounds, nothing will ever be the same. Explosions shatter the calm as the first bombs rain down on the harbor. Metal screams, fire leaps into sky, and chaos erupts. Sailors dive for cover, hearts pounding, knowing this is not a drill. Amid the smoke and confusion, bravery emerges. Some rise, some fall, but every life is testing the fire of this sudden attack. Can they survive the opening salvo, or is this just the beginning of a nightmare? Smoke blinds the harbor as flames devour everything in their path. Amid the roar of artillery, a small team of sailors and Marines fights their way toward a burning ship, risking everything to save their comrades. Every second counts. Every choice could be the last. Courage is forged in moments like this. Can they reach the men trapped inside before the inferno consumes them all? The answer lies just beyond the fire. Amid the chaos, the harbor's alarm bells ring relentlessly. Soldiers sprint to their stations, anti-aircraft guns roaring to life. The smoke-filled sky is thick with enemy planes, but every man knows the fight is not just for survival. It's for their country, their brothers, and the freedom they hold dear. As they load shells and brace for impact, one question burns in every mind. Can they hold a line until reinforcements arrive? The harbor disappears beneath a blanket of thick gray smoke, so dense it feels like the whole world is burning. Through the haze, silhouettes of soldiers move with urgency, coughing, shouting, searching for anyone left alive. Every step is blind, every sound a warning. Yet they push forward, driven by duty, by brotherhood, by the unbreakable belief that no man should be left behind. But as the smoke shifts, a new threat emerges from above. Stay with me. As the enemy planes sweep in for another deadly pass, the defenders finally gain their footing. Anti-aircraft guns thunder to life across the harbor, shaking the ground beneath their boots. Shells burst in the sky, tearing through the smoke as soldiers reload with trembling hands. Fear mixes with fury, and every man fires with the hope of turning the tide. But the enemy formation is tightening, and something larger is approaching from the horizon. Don't look away now. The sky becomes a weapon as enemy bombers unleash wave after wave of falling steel. The whistle of each bomb cuts through the air like a warning from fate itself. Soldiers dive for cover, gripping their helmets as the ground erupts beneath them. Shrapnel slices through decks. Fire roars across the harbor, and yet, through the terror, they rise. Their courage isn't loud, it's steady, unbreakable. But as the smoke clears, a new shadow descends from above, larger and deadlier than the rest. Stay with me. With the deck torn apart and fire crawling across the steel, a small group of U.S. sailors makes their final stand. Their rifles shake, their uniforms scorched, but their resolve is steady. Enemy planes dive low, spitting bullets across the deck like lightning. Still, the men refuse to fall back. This ship is their home, their duty, their line in the sand. Every shot they fire is a promise. America will not break today. But as the next aircraft drops altitude, something feels dangerously different. A thunderous crack splits the harbor as one of the largest battleships, once a symbol of American might, begins to roll onto its side. Metal groans like a wounded beast. Sailors shouting as they scramble across the tilting deck. Flames roar from below, water rushing in through shattered hulls. Some jump, some cling to railings, praying for one more breath of air. The harbor quakes as the giant sinks, and with it, the realization that this battle is far from over. But in the distance, another explosion signals a new threat. Just when the defenders think the attack has peaked, the sky shifts, growing darker, heavier. A new wave of enemy aircraft approaches, flying in tight formation like a steel swarm. Their engines roar across the harbor, drowning out the cries and explosions below. Soldiers reload with trembling hands, staring upward at the incoming shadow. Every instinct screams to run, but duty holds them in place. This next wave isn't just an attack. It's a message, and what it brings could change the fate of the entire harbor. Stay with me. As the enemy wave draws closer, a line of U.S. soldiers and sailors forms along the shoreline, exhausted, bleeding, but unshaken. They stand shoulder to shoulder, weapons raised, determined to protect what remains. Their uniforms are torn, their lungs burn from smoke, yet their spirit refuses to break. This is the moment when ordinary men become the shield of a nation. But as the sky rumbles again, they realize the next strike will test their courage like never before. The roar from above grows into a brutal scream as enemy fighters dive toward the shoreline. Their machine guns ignite, sending streams of fire tearing across sand, steel, and flesh. Soldiers scramble for cover, bullets sparking off metal and ripping through the earth. Yet even under this merciless rain, the line holds, men rising from rubble to return fire with everything they have left. Still, as one fighter circles back for another run, it becomes clear this is no ordinary strike. Amid the shattered buildings and burning debris, two soldiers drag their wounded brothers to shelter. The ground trembles with every distant blast, but they move with a desperate urgency, refusing to let the war take another life. Dust fills their lungs, blood stains their uniforms, yet their hands never let go. This isn't just a battlefield. It's a promise that no man fights alone. But as they pull the last wounded soldier behind cover, a shadow looms across the rubble, something big and getting closer. The shadow grows into a massive enemy assault vehicle rumbling to the smoke, an armored beast built for destruction. Its treads crush debris, metal groaning with every turn. Soldiers freeze for a split second, realizing how outmatched they are, but fear doesn't hold them long. With trembling hands, they load their last anti-tank rounds, knowing this may be their only chance. The harbor shakes as the iron monster advances, and the moment they pull the trigger will decide who survives the next breath. Stay with me. This is where courage is forged. With the armored beast closing in, the soldiers know they have one shot, one breath, before the machine reaches them. The anti-tank team steadies their aim, hearts pounding louder than the engine roaring toward them. Time slows, smoke curls, and the launcher kicks back with a thunderous blast. The shell streaks through the haze and slams into the beast's side. For a moment, nothing happens. Then, an eruption of fire tears through the armor. Cheers mix with coughing breaths. But the victory is short-lived because the battlefield is about to shift again. For the first time since the attack began, the battlefield shifts. Reinforcement units rush in from the outskirts. Jeeps roaring over cracked pavement. Fresh soldiers leaping out with rifles ready. Their arrival hits like a surge of hope. The exhausted defenders rise to join them, forming a stronger front line. Smoke still fills the sky. Fires still rage across the harbor. But now, the enemy feels the pressure. The Americans push forward yard by yard. Yet as the momentum changes, a distant rumble signals one final challenge waiting in the smoke. The defenders surge forward, every man fighting for survival and country. The air is thick with smoke, the ground littered with shattered wood and steel. Bullets whip past, explosions shake the earth, yet the Americans press on, step by step. Brothers cover each other, medics rush between the wounded, and leaders shout orders through the chaos. Each action is a heartbeat, each heartbeat a statement. They will not give ground. But as they approach the enemy's last stronghold, the question remains, can they break through before it's too late? The final enemy barricade stands tall, but the Americans are relentless. Grenades fly, bullets tear through metal, and the air vibrates with explosions. Soldiers climb over rubble, pulling comrades to safety, while medics dodge fire to reach the wounded. Every man fights like the fate of the harbor rests on his shoulders, because it does. The barricade begins to crumble under the assault, but one last surge from the enemy could still turn the tide. Can they seize victory before darkness falls completely? As the first light of dawn breaks over the harbor, the smoke begins to clear. The enemy's stronghold lies in ruins, and the Americans, battered but unbroken, stand victorious. Soldiers embrace, Medics tend to the wounded, and the flag rises once more over a shattered but defended harbor. Every scar, every loss, every act of bravery has forged this moment. Yet even in triumph, the memories of the battle linger, reminding them that freedom is never free and courage is always tested. The battle is over, but its echoes will last a lifetime. Soldiers stand among the wreckage, weary yet proud, honoring the fallen with quiet reverence. The harbor, once a target of destruction, now holds a story of courage, sacrifice, and unyielding patriotism. Every scar on the ships, every mark on the uniforms, tells a tale of men who face impossible odds and refuse to surrender. Their legacy will live on, a testament to the heart of a nation that will never forget. If you want to witness more incredible true USA war stories, subscribe now and hit the bell to never miss a moment of courage, sacrifice, and history in action. Stay with us, because the story of heroes never ends.